It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
Friday Fabulous Florida, curated by Albert. We have 3 offerings for you right now, and there is an area to vote on these in the chat live. A Florida woman hides drugs in a bag labeled "Definitely not a bag full of drugs."
What?
Nothing to see here.
It's a wild idea, but it just might work.
I don't know. The woman was arrested on drug-related charges, booked into the county jail. If you don't believe us, there it is. Definitely not a bag full of drugs. It happened in Brevard County. And she was released from a 10-day, I guess she was in jail and got out 10 days prior on drug charges. 10 days later, she's back in jail. The poor thing with
It's like such a sad sack.
She doesn't look, for those just listening, not seeing, she does have a downcast, sad look to her. The bag was filled with snacks.
No.
No, this is the this is the post about it. It was actually a bag full of drugs.
It had methamphetamine, it had needles, it had Narcan, it had digital scales and small baggies and cut straws and drug paraphernalia.
There's a reason that this place is fun.
It was definitely a bag full of drugs. Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yes, exactly. A doctor finds a Florida man has cholesterol oozing from his body.
What?
I know. I don't believe it either. Let's read on. A man from Tampa. He started leaking chunks of cholesterol from his skin after spending years gorging himself on fatty foods. It was part of what he called a carnivore diet. Wow.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wow. Turns out he was eating so much fatty food that it started to seep out of his skin. He's a guy in his 40s. We're showing you pictures of his hands now. He went to Tampa General after he saw strange, pale, yellowish nodules emerging from his palms, his soles, and his elbows.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a definite ooh. The man reportedly had started on this carnivore diet 8 months prior. He, of course, eating primarily animal-based foods. The diet eliminates carbohydrates entirely and relying instead on proteins and fats for energy, all of which are from animal sources, they note. People on the carnivore diet, they say, generally consume foods including meat, fish, eggs, organ meat, bone marrow, full-fat dairy, and animal fats.
It's not fake. That's real.
Yeah. Sounds so nauseating when you put it like that. His dietary habits, they say, included a high intake of fats consisting of 6 to 9 pounds of cheese, sticks of butter, additional fat incorporated into his daily hamburgers, doctors wrote on the report.
Oh, no.
The man told the doctors that this diet had caused him to lose weight. Also had more energy, Kim. Improved his mental clarity. The doctors found that the man's blood cholesterol levels were over 1,000. For reference, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine, a normal cholesterol level is less than 200. Anything over 240 is considered high. Again, his was 1,000.
Good day, sir.
Yeah. He's...
I've never seen anything like it.
You probably have seen something like it, actually. The condition often linked to elevated levels of low-density cholesterol, triglycerides, blah, 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 blah. He is recovering.
There's
Unclear.
a name for this. Apparently, it's called xanthalasma. It's a condition that causes yellowish fatty deposits to form under the skin by a buildup of cholesterol or other fats. Yikes.
Wow. That's
The
pretty
image
ugly.
is hideous.
Yeah, it is.
That's not fake. That's real.
Okay. The Florida man arrested has he been short of his goal. He was trying to climb over the wall at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Bijan Arceo, 32, climbed over a wall. The wall had a sign on it, Kim. It said, "No trespassing."
He's silly. Doesn't he know he can just take the secret tunnel in?
Yeah, go in with the other people who are there just to review the classified documents that are
There you
everywhere.
go. Right.
A man has been charged with jumping over an outer wall at President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. And there he is. We're showing him to you. On the Mark Thompson booking scale, I'm wondering he's an attractive young guy.
No,
Bijan's 32.
He has wild, drug-addled eyes.
No?
I'm going to go maybe 6.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Lots of 6s and 7s in the chat. Michael Shore needs a couple more minutes, so I think we could do the last story, too.
No, all right. That's good news. Police say that Arceo got inside the resort from South Ocean Boulevard. That's the preferred way to get into the Mar-a-Lago estate, the South Ocean Boulevard wall. Arceo had not entered the sweep area, nor had been granted permission to enter the protected site. Of course, Secret Service is everywhere there. No impact on our protective operations, said the Secret Service people. The arrest is being handled at the local level, they said. We remain thankful to the town of Palm Beach and the police department there. All right. And finally, then, a man accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of medals is arrested. He was trying to steal those medals from the school district of Palm Beach. Michael A. Falcone was arrested and charged with 2 counts of burglary, 2 counts of criminal mischief, grand theft, and trying to obtain property. The school district of Palm Beach, their cops got information that Falcone was selling significant quantities of copper wiring and brass to a metal recycling company located in West Palm. There he is, Kim. I think he kind of looks like he's got that "you got me" look on his face. You know, yeah.
Yep. Didn't expect to be arrested, did you, fella?
Yeah,
Nope.
It's metals, M-E-T-A-L-S, not medals, M-E-D-A-L-S, Tom, in answer to your question. It's a good question, metals or metals. Yeah, he was just trying to get in 18 different copper thefts, a little side hustle going, you know? And
he does seem to have facial tattoos, which is probably not good if you're up to no good, right?
Oh, that's true. So that's
very identifiable.
Yeah, you're right. People can then say, "Hey, were there any, distinguishing features?" And you go, "Well, as a matter of fact, on his face there were. Oh, on his face. So that should be pretty easy to pick up."
Yeah,
I don't see any tattoos.
Triangle. Yeah,
those dots are tattoos, Kim.
Oh.
Kim, you lead a sheltered life there in that small town of Petaluma. You've probably not seen a lot of people with the tattoos on their face.
Okay.
I'm a big city boy. I can tell you that's, those are tattoos. Albert is correct.
So,
it is time. I'm sorry, Kim.
I just want to tell you that this man, Mr. Falcone, he was wearing a school district issued uniform and a badge while he was selling materials that belonged to the school district. It's like, dude.
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might work.
My other shirt was in the wash, so I just wore the standard issue.
You can't do that.
You just don't get it, do you?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't get it, dude. You do not get it. You can't.
It's a dumb criminal file. Really?
To arrest me, call 1-800. You're busted. Right. The fact is we have to pick a favorite. We don't want to, but it's in the bylaws of the show. Here is a recap of what you just heard. The Florida woman who is hiding drugs in a bag labeled "definitely not a bag full of drugs." Florida man who's on that carnivorous diet, as he called it, starts oozing cholesterol through his hands, feet, and other pores.
Gross.
Florida man who's arrested after allegedly climbing over the wall at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Kim felt he had the eyes of a drug-addled man. I thought he was rather handsome. Man accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of medals from the Palm Beach School District, and he was wearing a Palm Beach School District uniform as he was selling the stolen goods. We can't, decide what's best because there are no right answers or wrong answers, but nonetheless, we have to pick favorites, and so we start with you, Kim.
It's a full-on cavalcade of stupid this week, Mark.
Mm.
Who is the stupidest criminal of all? I'm gonna have
Don't talk to me that way.
I'm gonna have to go with the carnivorous diet guy. Anyone who thinks eating fat and meat is healthy, I have a huge question mark. I mean, the guy was eating 9 pounds of butter and cheese a day. What do you think is going to happen, bonehead? I go with the carnivore.
Carnivore is the choice from Kim. Albert, what would you choose, sir?
There's two clear favorites. It's the cholesterol hands and the bag full of drugs. It's a toss-up, but I've never seen the bag full of drugs you could think about. Like that seems like Florida, but if you're oozing cholesterol from your hands, that's nasty. One, and number two, that's my vote. That's
and well, it's unanimous. I think the cholesterol-ridden Florida man is what I go with. Albert, in the chat, I wonder if you could tell me what did the boys and girls in the chat say?
The bag full of drugs, 45% of the vote, and then 40% for the cholesterol hand. So the chat loves the bag because it's very Florida, but I think we all love the cholesterol hands. We've never seen that one before.
Never seen
never been anything like it.
I've never seen anything like it.
There's never been anything like this.
There you go. Or we've never seen anything like it. I appreciate a very well curated segment.
I've never seen anything like
All right,
it.
that's Friday Fabulous Florida for today.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now here.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.